how did the UAE pull this off? I mean, this country is younger than me. And if you look at the old pictures, there's literally nothing here. And now it's where it is now. How did they pull it off? You ever think about that? What the traits are of this? Because no one's done it around here. People have done versions of it, but they were the originals.
I've had huge discussions with a lot of Emiratis, some of them quite big name individuals, about how this part of the world came into being. It's quite a remarkable story. The one thing a lot of people come back to is the vision piece, believing that, you know, a patch of sand in a port could become, you know, the best city on the planet, and this country the best societal model on the planet. You've also got very strong leadership qualities within the various families that run the Emirates and this country. Very strong. If you read up on them, even you see how they rose to power and decisions that were made under pressure. That's actual strong leadership. That's the thing. I don't view a lot of Western politicians as real leaders. Right. They're not. They weren't bred to be that. Yeah. I mean, you have examples of politicians running countries who used to be actors, or career politicians who haven't actually done anything. The leaders of this country were raised by leaders to be leaders. So there's a real, actual, genuine leadership piece to it as well. I think ultimately they wanted to do something different. They had the vision to do it bigger than it had ever been done before, and they had the genuine, actual leaders in place to deliver it. And that's a very hard thing to replicate. Again, how many Western politicians can you look at and say, you know what, that is a genuine leader who can inspire others to work towards a common goal and can execute on very complex outcomes, can deliver on very extravagant visions. How many Western politicians can we look at in that light?
Yeah.
They're scumbags, I'm sorry. They're genuine bureaucrat losers. Whereas the people who have set this country up and who are running it, the more you read into it, the more, I mean, I've been grateful to interact with some of them. These are genuinely impressive, masculine, faith-based leaders.
Yeah, it's impressive. I've thought a lot about it as well. I think being a port town, I think helps as well, because I think you were always open to new ideas and new people because you're doing business and trade with those people.
Yeah, true.
And I've thought a lot about that because I always felt that in London and other places where but still just the vision, the fact that they are in power for so long is incredible. I mean, I ran to be mayor of London twice. The first time I went deep, and I was deep into the transportation and the housing and everything. Awesome. And I remember I had a call with some really high-level architects, and we were trying to solve the housing problem. And I looked at all the guys and I said, you realize that if we solve this problem, the next mayor is going to take credit for it. Because there's no way we can do this. People talk about the Boris bikes. That wasn't his idea. That was done 8 years previous by another mayor, and he took credit for it. And so it's the fact that you had that long-term vision, and then, let's be honest, your whole family is tied to that long-term vision as well. And so it's not just whether you're successful, your family will be judged on that. And so there's a lot of pressure to make those things happen here. But it also creates incredible results that you could argue the West can't even ever get with that 4-year cycle and with all the other problems they have.
I think that's why you see such coordinated hit pieces in Dubai. All these different media articles and these YouTube videos, they're all using the same talking points to criticize Dubai. I think the West doesn't like Dubai because it knows it can't compete with Dubai. To your point, a 4-year political election cycle results in fight to get in. That's the main focus. Enrich myself and our people as much as we can, and fight to get in again. Oh, it didn't work. All right, now someone else is enriching themselves. How is that governance for the people? Whereas when you have essentially what is here a benevolent dictatorship, their whole job is to guide their people, to make their people win. They don't have to worry about elections. They don't have to worry about all this 4-year nonsense. And I think it's vastly superior. But if you're looking to replicate that, to your point, how do you ensure the benevolent piece? That's the challenge, right?
Correct.
Give a man a bit of power if you want to see his true character. It takes real leaders to have such absolute power and to deliver it in a way and execute it in a way that benefits all of the people. That's a very rare quality, and again comes down to the fact there's actual leadership here.
And the fact that they run this place like a business. I mean, everything is, once something's done, how did I do? What's the feedback? They fire people that don't make progress. They actually stick to timelines. I mean, this is something unheard of in government, let alone a lot of businesses, and they run it like that. I mean, it's a great place to come to get inspired.
That's awesome.
And two things I want to make a note of. People ask me why I like it here. And I thought about it, and I said, you know what? When I walk around the streets of London, I look at all the people walking around, and most of the people are phoning it in. They don't want to be there. They're not motivated to be there. They're not looking to be there. They're collecting a check or just trudging through life. And
so it's pretty low frequency.
It's low frequency, and it drags at you after a while. When I'm here, everybody intentionally wants to be here. And everybody, like you said earlier, life is better here than their homeland by definition. And the Champagne Socialists come out and say, but look at this and look at this. Okay, ask them if they want to leave. They don't want to leave. This is the place they want to stay, or they will go. And being around a bunch of people that intentionally want to be there, it's the vibrations. It's hard to describe.
Isn't it interesting? It almost feels like I've lived as an employee. I've lived as a business owner. It feels like that switch between you're trudging to work because you have to, versus wow, I can actually build something here. Every energy I put in, every ounce of energy is going to result in some kind of benefit for me and my people. This city does feel so much more sort of entrepreneurship based in its frequency, whereas the West for me is just obedient slave class, to your point, trudging towards work, head down because they have to.
Yeah.
Sad stuff.
Another thing is I pulled out my phone when I was in the Dubai Mall, one of my first visits, and I was doing a vlog there, and I said, Dubai is what America used to be. And I was thinking about when my grandpa got there, in the 1800s, it was, go west, young man. You go west, you can have the land, you can have the opportunity, there's no taxes, go do it, and it was just this land of opportunity, literally. And that's what this is, and America's not that anymore. It's all of these barriers to entry, and the same in the UK. I was given a golden visa to live here because of who I am. Dr. Marwan said, here it is, Brian. And I'm like, okay, do I have to buy something? No, we want you here.
Amazing.
I mean, what a tremendous honor, what a tremendous responsibility. And what a tremendous accolade that someone would do that. Even Tyson Fury said, when I go box in Saudi, he said, His Highness says thank you to me. He said, when I go make, $100 million at Wembley Arena, does anybody from the government say thank you? No, not a single person.
There it is.
And it's just fascinating reward structure. And it's got so many people wanting to come here and wanting to do things. And for me, I joke sometimes it's like a little bit of a cult, maybe, because a bunch of people come together that say we want to raise our families this way. We reject these ideas from the outside. We want to run our businesses this way. We want our values to be this way. And everybody comes here who wants those things. And maybe that's the wrong word, but I kind of look at it as that. And
could be. I mean, I've signed up to it in depth, man. It could be. But the benefits there as well.
Massive benefits.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think's stopping more people from coming over here?
Look, there's a lot of weird narratives in America. My dad's a smart guy, but he's in California, and he's like, aren't you close to, this and this and this and these bombs? And it's just like
you're closer to danger living in America than you ever would be here.
Yeah. And so you have to maybe explain that the realities are slightly different here and there. Okay. But
I think they'll get balanced out. One thing that this country, in terms of its leadership, is good at is that narrative, the PR machine. I think more and more there's so much positive PR going out about Dubai, and I try and contribute that to myself.
Yeah, you do.
It's the truth. I like to put the truth out there.
Yeah.
I think more and more people have to realize this is a superior societal model to anything else in the West. I don't know anyone in the West who doesn't feel that I'm paying all these tax dollars. Where does that money actually go? All of them. Yet at the same time, a lot of people in the West will be like, oh no, you don't live in Dubai. It's scary, expensive, weird, different. It's like there's a solution. You can live better not paying tax here, and you can see, man, I look forward to, I pay corporate tax for my businesses. I'm happy to. Good. I want to give back to this place. It's given me so much. How many people in the West say, great, happy to pay tax? It's a different dynamic. I don't know why more people don't just have a logical sit down and think, you know what, for the sake of my family's minds, for economically in terms of our family's growth, and also just for being in an environment that's high frequency will enable me to win more in the various business that I'm in. Businesses, there's nowhere better than UAE. It astounds me the way more people aren't just clamoring to get over here. I think they're going to.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.